How's it going, guys? Merts here, bringing you another Path of Exile video. And today I will be sharing with you guys my take on Jungruan's Kinetic Blast of Clustering build. So mine has Headhunter instead of Mage Blood. And I don't have the Forbidden Flame and Flesh, Vile Bastion. And the three passive voices. So let's compute it live. How much did we save from not buying those things? And I think it still performs really well because I can do Delirious tier 17 fortress maps. So voices, small passive, 3, 3. So at time of recording, it's 68 divine. 68 plus forbidden, vile, 145 divines for forbidden flame, vile bastion. Jesus. Plus 100 divines for the flesh. So we're saving 313 divines. And I think it performs as the same level with Jongruan's build. As you can see, I recorded this earlier. It clears Delirious Fortress in about 2 to 3 minutes per map. And I got kinda lucky here. 2 Pandemonium and 1 Catalyzing from this map alone. By the way, I run more SCARABs, minimum of 100%. So it's really good to rush the boss when you have Headhunter. As you can see here, I have 58 stolen buffs from rares with my Headhunter. Also, you can use the regular Headhunter. It's a lot cheaper. Headhunter. I just upgraded mine, so it's 23 divines now. The regular one. I just upgraded mine because Calling Strike feels really good. So we just one tap the boss. So it dies in 2 seconds if you have full buffs and if you're really lucky on the buffs. 1, 2, and it's dead. Let's fast forward to the map clear. We got 2 dinks here. Pandemonium and Catalyze. This build is really good. Kudos to Jongruan. This is my first time trying out any of his builds, and I think this is the strongest league starter I have ever played. Uh, Balance wise, because previous league, the Mercenaries League, I played the Slammer of Fob Gun, the Snaking, and that has too much damage and pretty much no defense. So it's a glass cannon. But this build, it has, I think, 170 EHP, and the clear speed is just phenomenal. So let's start with the weapon. I just bought this. But if you wanna craft it, you're gonna have to buy or birth a fractured mana wand, kinetic wand, and then you're gonna essence it. And depending on what you need, either higher crit multi or crit chance. And after that, you're gonna suffix cannot be changed on menagerie. And then slam it with veiled exalt. And pray that, I think you don't have to pray. I think this is the attacks with this weapon penetrate chaos damage is pretty much 100%. So after that, but if you lose, the suffix cannot be changed. You're gonna have to essence it again. But if you get the suffix cannot be changed and reveal the chaos penetration, just craft spell damage or this one, the one that I have. Gain 4% of non-chaos damage as extra chaos. And your wand is done. Next is the gloves. So this one, I birthed this from the tree. That's fractured increase rarity. And I essence this fire essence. You can do any resistance essence, and then you need suppress spell damage tier 1. And I also needed another resistance. That's why I settled with tier 2 lightning. And then I got lucky here. I slammed mana. I did suffixes cannot be changed. No, I didn't do suffixes cannot be changed. I just slammed it with Eldritch Exalt. I put Searing Exarch and then slam it with Eldritch Exalt. And I got really lucky and got tier 1 mana. And then crafted AoE and area damage. So for the boots, you don't really need the Abyssal Socket here. You can get away with. So I still have my boots. No, I sold it. So the Abyssal Socket is just for more damage because you cannot socket this jewels because we have Owl Ascendancy. So action speed cannot be modified to below base value if you have equipped boots with no socketed gems. So Abyss Jewels does not count as a socketed gem. So it's kind of a hack for more damage or more tankiness, whatever you want. But yep, you just need tier 1 suppress spell damage again and whatever resistances you need on your build. So if you want this, I just so how I did this was just gambling. I just bought uh, phantom boots, phantom boots, as abyssal socket that are fractured, like this one. They missed the fracture, so let's buy this. It's just 10C. So I bought
I'd consider that
just like
a
that,
win.
and I recombinator it with other phantom boots to remove the missed fracture, and then after
What are we
getting
hitting
lucky,
today?
I just fractured it.
Good luck to you.
I think I got it on my third try. Yep, I got it on my third try. So
What have you got for me?
after that, I used essence again, resistance essence, and then got suppress spell damage tier 1, and then suffixes cannot be changed on menagerie, and then slam it on horticrafting with speed so you can get the movement speed. And I settled on tier 2 evasion and energy shield, and then I crafted mana. So if you can get tier 1 mana here with the movement speed, you can just craft the evasion and energy shield. So that's how I did my boots. For the armor, I birthed this one. It's fractured. Increase energy shield percentage. And then I got another tier 1. I don't remember if it's the flat or the hybrid. But I also really got lucky here again. And I exalted it, and it gave me tier 1 either flat or the hybrid. So there we go. After that, prefixes cannot be changed, and go horticrafting again. Fire, cold, lightning, whatever you need. And you need to get the tier 1 int. Or up to tier 3, you can settle. And then craft suppress spell damage. So for the helm, I bought this base. It already had tier 1 prefixes, so I didn't have to do anything. I just prefix cannot be changed, and same with the armor. Slammed fire, cold, or lightning. And then I settled with tier 2 intelligence. And then crafted cold and lightning to fix my resistances. 75, 75, 76. So for the ring, this build is socket hungry, so we have an unsettling. I just bought this. So int strength, cold resist, energy shield, evasion, and then I crafted man. And then Chevron's Revelation and Whispers of Infinity. These two go hand in hand. So this is not that expensive now. So it's 3 divines for this amulet and 240C for this Chevron's Revelation. And last but not the least, we have our shield. So I just bought this because I didn't wanna craft veiled shit. So I just bought both of these, but it's just the same procedure. And it's really hard to craft this shit because the chance to block spell damage does not have any tags on them. That's why I just straight up bought it. 58 divines. And that's it. That's the build. Headhunter Kinetic Blast of Clustering. Oh, uh the flasks. We have granite. We have Rumi's concoction. Wine of the Prophet. Diamond. Silver and quicksilver. So we just really need these two. The effect of curses reduced and critical strike chance. You can put whatever you want here. And you can also replace the Wine of the Prophet. I just like this with my Headhunter builds because yeah, why not? It feels really good to be a god for a minute or two. So for the tree, so without having to allocate points here for the voices, we're now we freed up 7 skill points. So I just put a small cluster here that has chance to suppress spell damage, so I can get 100%. And we have untouchable for more evasion. Doesn't really matter. You just have to cap your suppress whatever you put here. And to solve the lack of Vile Bastion, Forbidden Flame and Flesh, I just allocated 6 energy shield and 18 here, and regenerate 2% of energy shield per second. So we have 931 energy shield per second regen. So that's pretty high. So as you can see here, even if you spam it, doesn't really matter. Just goes back, and you also have leech because of this. 0.3% of chaos damage leeches life. And that interacts with Ghost Reaver, so you leech energy shield instead of life. And that's it. I think this build is a great, a really great
Very
league starter. This is the best league starter I have ever played. As you can see, I have 6 House of Mirrors here. And I already capped the build. I also lost 1 House of Mirrors in gambling and an apothecary. Because I don't know where to spend my money. And that's it. So for my next build, I'm gonna be doing a boss hunter, an Uber boss hunter. And we're gonna kill all of these. So I solo farm these. And we're gonna do it all on the next video. So that's it. See you on the next one. Peace!